If you hard-coded numbers, you're dead to me. That's not what Excel is for. And they will also create a video of them doing it. There is free software called Text Capture. It used to be called Jing years ago. In fact, I made it into a verb. I Jing, you Jang, and I have John. It was an irregular verb. At that point, there was a 5 minute limit on it. Now there is no limit. It basically creates a video of whatever you have on your screen, even if you want. If you want, you can even have your webcam on a picture-in-picture. You post it on a screencast thingy, and you can download the MP4 from there, post it on your Blackboard, done. And here's you guys all. If I ask them, let's say conservative, to do 5 problems each, okay? And each class will have anywhere from 10 to 12 groups, and let's say 10 conservatively. That's 50 problems per section. I'm going to be teaching 3 sections of that class. That's 150 problems, videos. At a minimum, they'll be 2 minutes if they're effective. If they're not effective, it could go as long as 10 minutes. I cannot physically watch 150 videos. And more important than that, I don't want to. All right? So, you Finance 301 students, as part of your grade, you're not doing this for charity. For example, right now, 75% of your grade is based on the homework assignments. So instead of doing that, I would pretty much eliminate the individual part of the homework assignments. You just do the homework assignments in group. I would have to bring in more evaluation of group, but that's doable. So your homeworks would be, let's say, 40%, and you would get the other 35% by, let's say I have 150 videos, and let's assume I have 30 students here. Now, you will each randomly get 5 videos. You're going to evaluate them for veracity, and maybe for style too, I don't know. I will randomly evaluate some of them myself. I mean, I'm going to ask them not to put their names, but if they do and they happen to be your friend, and you give a 5 to one video, then that grade is going to come off you, not them, okay? Maybe I can assign to multiple people so that we'll get the average or something like that, but they can figure that out. That's detailed. And at the end of the semester or chapter, the videos that got a 5, I'm just going to look to see that they're not essentially the same. Because sometimes a student gets the same question as another one, just numbers are different. And, we'll just eliminate them, and we put them on a video library on YouTube and make this available to the entire universe, even on planet Earth. Of course, I'm going to take this to the bureaucrats here and say, oh, by the way, you can put the EKU stamp on that. They're going to absolutely love it. Whether or not this has any pedagogical value or not, their buzzwords are, oh, this is social service, and students are collaborating across years with each other and even outside. In fact, some of your grades will also be kind of providing online or offline tutoring services. So I haven't worked out the details yet, but what would you guys think? Instead of doing this homework in this class, basically you'll get close to half of your grade by being A, mentor to lower level students, and B, evaluating their work. And in the meantime, I'm essentially crowdsourcing a video library. Instead of me recording all of that, I could, but it will take me years. And I'm not that young anymore. If I had thought of this when I was, 50, not even 40, 50, I actually would have completed it by now. It would have taken me 10 years to create a big enough library for that. I just want to crowdsource it. We'll always say, this was evaluated by students, so take it at face value. Either way. So what do you guys think? If I end up starting this in my business 303 sections, would you guys willing to switch instead of the current arrangement? I'll send you guys a survey. I know you guys don't express your opinion. There is nothing worse than opinion that is not expressed when it is asked. It's your opinion. There is nothing wrong with it. Express it. I mean, I'm not asking whether you believe in Jesus or not. I mean, if you do, keep that to yourself. And one way or the other, I don't want to know. I mean, if you don't, keep that to yourself too. I'm an equal opportunity offender. The Finance 301 students, if I end up teaching that next semester, will not have that choice. But I just want to see if I can pilot it this semester to see kind of the kinks are. Of course, you know me, I'm going to actually write a paper out of this. Next semester, I'm going to pick one of the sections as just regular, and the other two sections will be extra crispy, okay? And let's see the performance of students in the comprehensive final exam. In one section, we did this, in two sections, and in one section, we have not. Just because something sounds nice doesn't mean it's effective. That's how science works, okay? Yeah, I mean, this is not general relativity, but it is still science. It's research. You propose something and you need to research whether or not it's effective. And if it is, then I can make an argument that we should make this very highly recommended or required for lower level classes. One of the biggest issues I have, and professors have, let's say basic accounting classes. There's nothing to take. Oh, by the way, there's the third part of the assignment for the Business 302 students. Once they've done the videos, I'm gonna give them 2 more days to go back to quizzes if they want to and redo it. It's kind of more and more chances of learning. We'll see. As you may or may not know, I worked as a designer of custom delivery products when I was in the industry. So I always think design. But over there, we made money. I mean, I designed stuff that I knew my clients wouldn't understand and wouldn't know how to price it, but they were too proud to admit it, which means I could take advantage of them, and I did. It's business. You know, if somebody's that obnoxious, I'm sorry, if they're assholes about it, it is the job of people who are not assholes to take the money from the assholes. If you're that vain, I'm going to take your money, and I did. I mean, there were products that I sold the product to these people. They actually thanked me for selling them that product, and I basically robbed them blind. I mean, what I did to them would be illegal in 48 states. But they had no idea. I didn't care. I mean, this is business. I show you a product, I show you a price. If you're stupid enough to say, man, I don't know how to deal with these things, I'm going to take your money. I'm not doing this to 90-year-old grandma. I mean, there are, even in US, we have restrictions on those. In UK, I worked in London, a product should be suitable to the client. And there are very strict definitions of that. So if I sold a 65-year-old salaryman or woman and this product and they lost a lot of money, they could sue my company and get their money back. They probably did it for greed, because I show them, if this happens, you're going to make a lot of money. And people always assume that's going to happen. All right. Let's go ahead and do this little thing. Developer. All right, first I'm gonna do Macaulay duration. I'm gonna, you know that I'm gonna call this IMAC bond. It's my function. I can call whatever I want. Obviously, the inputs are exactly the same, so I will be a smart person. Yes, yes. And copy all of that. Have I mentioned that I was a civilized person before? The times are two. Never do anything twice if you don't have to. That's my motto. For most things. All right. I'm going to limit the comments. This function calculates the Macaulay duration. And this is different from Macaulay Culkin, aka